Hello friends, today we are going to start with another session on VHDL program examples. Myself, Professor Nitin Lahire, MET's Institute of Engineering, Nasik. Lecture number 7, VHDL program examples. So today we have to see very first topic, how to write the VHDL code for half adder circuit. Half adder. Does it everybody can know about that half adder? Half adder is a simple digital circuit which will be add to 1 bit number. So here we have shown the block diagram for half adder circuitry. Here simple black box for half adder. There should be having two inputs, that is input A and input B, and there are having two outputs, that is sum output and carry output. So in this way we are having with that the block diagram of half adder. Two inputs, two outputs. Input A and B should be declared and sum and carry should be two outputs. So why it is called as half adder? Basically it should be called it as half adder because of it will add only a 2-bit number. If is there any carry should be generated in previous bit, so in the carry will be transmitted to the next bit, so there should be having a 3-bit of addition, so it will not be performed. So because of that it should be called it as a half adder circuit. So as far as concerned with that, there should be only add a 2-bit number. So here the procedure for to write the VHDL code for half adder. So very first, VHDL offers 3 ways of describing a given entity: the structural view, the data flow and the behavioral view. VHDL offers 3 ways of describing a given entity: the structural view, the data flow view and the behavioral view. In each of these 3 approaches, there are 2 main elements that describe an entity: the entity declaration, which identifies the prime elements of the system, and the architecture body, which describes the contents of the black box, in other words the entity itself. In each of these 3 approaches, there are 2 main elements that describe an entity: the entity declaration, which identifies the prime element of the system, and the architecture body, which describes the content of the black box, in other words the entity itself. The following sections will show the differences between structural, data flow and behavioral methodologies by describing the design of half adder in each style. The following section will show the differences between the structural, data flow and behavioral modeling by describing the design of a half adder in each style. A half adder will simply adds 2 1-bit inputs and produces a sum bit and carry bit as an output. Here first we have to go through with a VHDL code for half adder by the behavioral modeling methods. So for that, first we are going to declare the library. So library IEEE, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon. Then after the library declaration, we have to declare the entity. Entity half underscore adder is code A comma B colon in standard underscore logic semicolon. Then output declaration: sum comma carry underscore out colon out standard underscore logic bracket complete semicolon. Then end entity with entity name, end half underscore adder semicolon. In this way here we have declared library, then entity, and now the architecture. So the architecture behavior of half underscore adder is begin, then process declaration, HA colon process A comma B. Process always be declared in bracket. Begin if A is equal to 1, then sum is not equal to not B. Then sum is equal to not B, and carry out is equal to B. Else sum is equal to B and carry out is equal to 0. End if end process HA end behavior. So here whatever the statement under the begin we have declared if A is equal to 1. So as far as concerned with that, these programs should be for half adder. So half adder having a truth table, there should be having two input bits A and B and two output sum and carry. So if my both the inputs are 0 0, so my sum will be 0 and carry will be 0. If any one input should be 1, so my sum will be 1 and carry will be 0. And if both the input should be 1 1, so my sum will be 0 and carry will be 1. So here we consider that if A is equal to 1, if A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0, then what should be sum? Sum should be equal to 1. So here sum is equal to not of B. So B value should be 0. Not of B means it is equal to 1. So if A is equal to 1, my sum is equal to 1 and carry out is equal to B. So carry should be equal to 0. So if my A is equal to 1, sum should be 1 and carry should be 0. In this way the operation can be performed. And if suppose my A is equal to 1 and B is also equal to 1, in that case sum is equal to not of B. So sum should be equal to 0, 1 plus 1, sum should be equal to 0 and not of B means B here we are consider 1. So not of B means it is 0. So sum should be 0 and carry should be equal to B. So it is equal to 1. So if A and B both are 1 1, so sum should be 0 and carry should be 1. In this way this equation can be perform that particular operations. Else sum is equal to B. If A is equal to 0, so in that particular condition sum is equal to B, means 0 plus 1 sum is equal to 1 and carry is equal to 0. And if A is 0 and B is 0, in that condition sum is equal to 0 and carry is equal to 0. So all the four conditions in this way we are getting about that how to explain for half adder. Then end process HA and end behavior semicolon. In this way we have studied about the VHDL code for half adder by behavioral modeling methods. Everybody get it about the half adder, how to write by using behavioral modeling methods? Okay. Then we have to continue with another architecture. Write VHDL code for half adder. So for that some rules must be there for to define a structural modeling. So first, the logic diagram is used for representing a structural architecture. The logic diagram is used for representing a structural architecture. The keyword entity begins the description of the interface between the half adder and its environment. The keyword entity begins the description of the interface between the half adder and its environment. The port statement defines the input signals A and B and output signals sum and carry of the half adder. The keyword architecture begins the description of the architecture body. The port statement defines the input signals A and B and output signals sum and carry of the half adder. The keyword architecture begins the description of the architecture body. The structure underscore view is a name given to this architecture body. The structure underscore view is divided into two main parts, that is the declaration part which appears before the keyword begin and the design part which appears after the begin keyword. So the structure underscore view is a name given to the architecture body. The structure underscore view is divided into two main parts, the declaration part which appears before the keyword begin and the design part which appears after the begin keyword. The declaration part consists of three component statements and a signal statement. The first component statement defines a NOT gate. The second and third component statement defines an AND gate and an OR gate respectively. The signal I is the input and the signal O is the output. The declaration part consists of three component statements and a signal statement. The first component statement defines a NOT gate. The second and third component statement defines an AND gate and an OR gate respectively. The signal I is the input and the signal O is the output. The signal statement defines a series of signals that is used for interconnecting the components. For example, the signal X is used to connect a NOT gate to an AND gate. The signal statement defines a series of signals that is used for interconnecting the components. For example, the signal X is used to connect a NOT gate to an AND gate. The design part includes a set of component instantiation statements. A component instantiation statement creates an instance of component, an instance part with a label followed by the component name and a port map. Each entry of the port map refers to one of the component's ports or a locally declared signal. The design part includes a set of component instantiation statements. A component instantiation statement creates an instance of a component. An instance starts with a label followed by the component name and a port map. Each entry of the port map refers to one of the component's ports or a locally declared signal. A port of a component is connected to a port of another component if they have the same port map entry. For example, at label G1, A is fed into a NOT gate with X as the output. At label G3, X and B are fed into an AND gate with Z as the output. See here in the diagram, we have already shown G1, A is the input, X is the output. G3, X and B is the input and Z is the output. So in this way we are declaring X, Z, Y, W, these are the signals. Then in general, a structural view can be described by declaring a set of components and connecting them with a set of signals. The component can include NOT gates, AND gates, adders, a memory unit and any other components that may be needed. If the structural view is composed to a C program, the component definitions are similar to the function declaration and the input and output variables are similar to the parameters for the functions. See here the structural view for half adder circuit. How to design the structural view for the half adder circuit. So here the structural view for half adder, the diagram, simple diagram is there, that is simply declares the equation. So some output is declared in half adder, that is A XOR with B. That is the expression for sum. A XOR with B, and A XOR B means A bar B plus A dot B bar. So simply here we have designed the circuit A, then A bar and B. So A bar dot B, getting the result across the G3 output, and across the G4 output getting the result A dot B bar, and A bar B and A dot B bar is combined through with G5, that is means by OR gate. So A bar B plus AB bar. In these ways some expression should be found. After that, A and B, by using G6 we get the carry output, that is A dot B. In this way we have designed the structural view for half adder. We required 2 NOT gates, 3 AND gates and 1 more OR gate. So then we get the complete structure for half adder. Now write down the VHDL code for half adder by structural modeling methods. Here first we have to declare the library IEEE, then use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon. Here library declaration completed. Now entity declaration, entity half underscore adder struct underscore struct is port AB in bit input ports. Here we have declared. Then sum comma carry colon out bit bracket complete colon semicolon output port declare. End half underscore adder underscore struct semicolon. In this way the entity declaration part should be completed. Now the component declaration should be there. So library IEEE, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. Then first component NOT gate is declared. Entity NOT underscore gate is port I in bit semicolon O out bit bracket complete semicolon. End NOT gate. In this way we have declared the NOT gate. Then for architecture behavioral of NOT gate is begin O is equal to NOT of I after 10 nanosecond, means O is equal to inverted input after 10 nanosecond. End behavioral. Then second component declaration, that is AND gate. Library IEEE, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon. Entity declaration, entity AND underscore gate is port I1 comma I2 in bit. Here for AND gate 2 inputs are there, so I1 I2 declare as an input bit, O is the output bit, and end AND gate. Now for AND gate architecture behavioral of AND underscore gate is begin O is equal to I1 and I2 after 10 nanosecond. End behavioral. Library IEEE semicolon, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon. Then third gate OR gate should be declared. Entity OR underscore gate is port I1 I2 in bit semicolon O out bit semicolon end OR underscore gate semicolon. In this way entity declare. Then architecture declare for OR gate. Architecture behavioral of OR underscore gate is begin O is equal to I1 or I2 after 10 nanosecond. End behavioral. Then library IEEE main code, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon. Then structural view of half adder. This is the comment statement because 2 dash over here. So architecture structure view of half underscore adder underscore structure is First component, component not underscore get, port I in bit O out bit end component. Component and get, port I1 I2 in bit O out bit end component. Component or get, port I1 I2 in bit O out bit end component. Then signal declaration, signal W, X, Y, Z colon bit. So in the diagram we have already seen that these are the four signals X, Z, W and Y. So these signals we have to declare as a signal. Then begin G1 colon not get, not underscore get, port map A comma X. So as far as concerned with that, for not get, A and X, A is the input and X is the output. See here in the diagram, A is the input and X is the output. So these will be declared over here. For G1 not underscore get, port map A comma X, bracket complete, semicolon. Then G2 get number 2 declare not underscore get, port map D comma Y. As in the diagram, whatever we have mentioned the labels, same we are going to utilize. Then G3 colon and underscore get, port map X comma B comma Z semicolon. So AND gate we are having with two input X and B. These are the two inputs and Z is the output. So these are the three signals. So G4 colon and underscore get, port map A comma Y comma W semicolon. Then next gate G5 or underscore get, port map Z underscore W Z comma W comma sum. In this way these are the three terminals, that is two input and one more output terminal. Then gate number 6 G6 colon and underscore get, port map A comma B comma carry semicolon. So as far as in the diagram we have already shown A and B, these are the two inputs, A and B, these are the two inputs, and C is the carry output over here. So this should be declared. End structure underscore view. In this way we have to write down the VHDL code for half adder by structural and behavioral modeling, by structural modeling methods. Everybody get it? Here the first code for here now the VHDL code for half adder by structural and behavioral modeling methods. So library IEEE semicolon means here we are going to utilize the mixed type of modeling method, structural and behavioral. Library IEEE, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. Then entity declaration, entity half underscore adder is port A comma B in standard underscore logic, sum comma carry out standard underscore logic, end half adder. Architecture structure of half underscore adder is first component declaration, that is XOR component we have directly declared. So component XOR underscore get, port I1 I2 in standard underscore logic, O1 is the out standard underscore logic, end component. Then component AND get declaration, port I1 comma I2 in standard underscore logic, O1 out standard underscore logic, end component. Here component declaration end. Now begin with main program. U1 colon XOR underscore get, port map I1 equal to A, I2 equal to B and O1 equal to sum. U2 colon and underscore get, port map I1 is equal to A, I2 is equal to B, O1 is equal to carry underscore out. Same, these can be written down in another way. We can also use positional association. So see that how it is, could be written another way. U1 colon XOR underscore get, port map A comma B comma sum. U2 and underscore get, port map A comma B comma carry underscore out, end structure. In this way we have to written down the half adder by structural and behavioral modeling methods. Now next modeling styles, that is data flow. So write VHDL code for half adder by data flow modeling methods. So in that very first entity declaration, entity half underscore adder underscore df is port A comma B in bit, input ports, sum comma carry out bit, then end half underscore adder underscore df. Here also library declaration must be there, then entity, and then architecture declaration. So architecture data underscore flow underscore view of half underscore adder underscore df is begin. So in data flow modeling we have directly declared the equation. So sum is equal to not of A and B or A and not B after 20 nanosecond, means here simply A bar B plus A dot B bar. In this way we have directly declared sum is equal to not of A and B or A and not B after 20 nanosecond. Got it the equation? Okay. Carry is equal to A and B after 10 nanosecond. End data underscore flow underscore view. In this way very much simple programming language or programming modeling styles, that is data flow. Library IEEE, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. Entity half underscore adder is port A comma B in standard underscore logic, sum comma carry out colon out standard underscore logic, end half underscore adder. Architecture data flow of half adder is begin, sum is equal to A XOR with B, and carry out is equal to A and B, end data flow. In this way we have write down the statement in another method, another way, by using data flow modeling styles. So there should be having very much simple idea. Then another program, write down the VHDL code for mod n counter. Counter is nothing but it should simply count the value, whatever the value it should be declared. So here we are specifically declare a mod 6 counter. So VHDL code for mod 6 counter. Mod 6 means total 6 values it should be counted. So in that starting from 0 to 5 means total 6 values, 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5, and then 5 again back to 0. So because of that total 6 value may get completed. So again it may be back to 0. So in this way the mod 6 counter should be function. So for that we have written down the program. So first library declaration, library IEEE colon semicolon, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon, entity counter is port clear in bit, clock colon in bit, count buffer integer range 0 to 5, end counter. So here entity declaration and library declaration over. Simply in case of mod 6 counter is there, so clock should be required, clear means reset bit should be required, and counting should be buffer we have declared from 0 to 5. So how many values are there, that we count we declare over here. Now the architecture for mod n or mod 6 counter. Architecture example of counter is begin, process, then process clock is there, begin, wait until clock tick event and clock is equal to 1. If my rising edge or positive going edge clock is available, then and then we have to check if clear is equal to 1, means I have give the signal to clear or reset the counter, then or count is greater or equal to 5. Count if greater or equal to 5, then count is equal to 0. So count we have to declare initially equal to 0, else count is equal to count plus 1. End if, end process, end example. Here count will be initially assigned to 0, then 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, then 2 plus 1, 3. In this way, the counter will count the value up to the equal to 5, then again back to the clear equal to 1, means reset the counter to 0. So in this way, it may do the functionality. So simple way, we have written down the program for mod 6 counter. Everyone can get the idea about how to write down the VHDL code for mod 6 counter. Okay. So shall we go for next? Write VHDL code for D flip-flop using function for clock event. Here we have drawn the black box for D flip-flop. So D is the input, Q and Q bar is the output, and inverted output is there. And another input should be required to drive this particular flip-flop circuitry, that is clock input is there. And two more inputs should be there, that is we can call it as a preset and clear. Preset and clear input is there. So sometimes it is utilized if examiner should ask to it, if examination the question should be like that, you are going to utilize preset and clear bit, so utilize, otherwise no need to utilize. So directly we are having with the data input, clock and output. These must be the signals. Then truth table for D flip-flop. Before going to know about the VHDL code for D flip-flop, first we have to know about the basic for D flip-flop. D flip-flop is, the name itself, it indicates that it is a delay flip-flop. It just simply delay in between input and output. No modification in data. Just simply delay the input. So here, if my D input is 0 and my output Q output is equal to 0, means same as an output, Q is equal to D. If my input D is equal to 1, my Q output is equal to 1. Q plus 1 output is equal to 1. If my D is 0, my Q plus 1 output is equal to 0. If my D is 1, my Q plus 1 output is equal to 1. So here just simply delay the input by using a time parameter, but input and output, there should not be any modification is there. Forget about that. Whatever my present state input, whatever, whether it is 0 or 1, still my output should be equivalent to data inputs. So first we have to declare the library IEEE semicolon, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore arith dot all semicolon, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore unsigned dot all. So here all the libraries we have declared, arithmetic, unsigned. Then go for entity declaration. Entity D underscore flip-flop is port D and clock in standard underscore logic semicolon Q out standard underscore logic. Here we have considered only these two inputs, data input and clock, and one more output, Q output is there. And D underscore flip-flop. Then architecture behavioral of D flip-flop is begin, process, clock, begin, if clock is equal to 1 and clock tick event, then Q is equal to D. If my clock is available, means Q is equal to D. And if, end process, end behavioral. So too much simple as far as concerned with that. Just we have to write down the expression Q is equal to D. So simply Q is equal to D, we have to assign the functionality D flip-flop. Then another code, write down the VHDL code for 8-bit serial in, serial out, shift register by structural and behavioral modeling methods. Simple code for serial in, serial out. So VHDL code for 8-bit serial in, serial out, shift register. Here is the block diagram for n-bit write shift serial in, serial out, shift register. So total 8 flip-flops should be needed, D flip-flops. Flip-flop 1 to flip-flop 8. There should be having data input and Q is the output. Serially this Q1 should be connected to the next input, that is data D2. Then Q2 output is connected to D3. In this way it may continue, and finally last Q8 output should be exited, that is data out. Clock signal simultaneous means synchronous clock should be applied to all the flip-flops. One common terminal from where we can collect the clock signals to the D flip-flop. Then clear bits should be applied to all the flip-flops. In this way, the block diagram for 8-bit seesaw operation. So first we have to declare the library IEEE, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. Entity shift is port, C is the clock, comma SI is the serial input in standard underscore logic. Here the name they have different, clock and serial input. SO is the output, out standard underscore logic, end shift. Then architecture, archi of shift is temporary signal we have declared, signal temp colon standard underscore logic underscore vector 7 down to 0. Here temp 0 to temp 7 signal we have declared, that is. Then begin process clock C, then begin if clock tick event and clock is equal to 1, then for loop I in 0 to 6 means total 7 values it may get transmitted or shifted. So temp of I plus 1 is equal to temp of I, then end loop. So initially I should be 0, then 0 plus 1. In this way it should be continuing the data from D1 bit to D8 bit. So temp of 0 is equivalent to serial input. Temp of 0 is equal to serial input. So end is end process, and S out, final S out is declared as temp of 7, TMP 7 semicolon end RC. In this way the VHDL code for 8-bit serial in, serial out shift register by behavioral modeling methods. Write VHDL code for 4:1 mux and write test bench for it. Here VHDL code for 4:1 mux. So VHDL code for 4:1 mux. Here we have simply shown the block diagram for mux 4:1. There should be having 4 inputs A, B, C and D. 4 input and 1 output Z. But multiplexer function should be dependent on select input. So here S1 and S0, these are the 2 select inputs should be required for 4:1 mux operation. So 2 select input S1 and S0 should be there. Then according to that my line should be get connected. If I am declaring for S0 and S1 both are 0 0, so my line A will get connected to Z. Then if my input S1 should be 0 and S0 should be 1, then my line B should be connected to output Z. Then if S1 is equal to 1 and S0 should be equal to 0, then line C should be connected to output terminal. And both the inputs A and S1 and S0 are 1 1, then my D input line should be connected towards the output terminal. In this way the functionality should be for 4:1 multiplexer. Then library declaration, library IEEE, use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all semicolon, entity mux underscore 421 is port A comma B comma CD in standard underscore logic, S0 S1 in standard underscore logic, Z is the out standard underscore logic, bracket complete semicolon, end mux underscore 421. Then architecture declaration, architecture behavior of mux underscore 421 is begin process A B C D S0 S1 is all inputs are declared in process. Then begin if S0 is equal to 0 and S1 is equal to 0, then my Z is equal to A. If both the inputs are 0 0, then my Z is connected to A. Else if S0 is equal to 1 and S1 is equal to 0, then Z is equal to B. Else if S0 is equal to 0 and S1 is equal to 1, then Z is equal to C. Else Z is equal to D. End process in behavioral. Here simply as per the truth table they have declared the statement if and else statement. If both are 0 0, then A line should be connected to output. If S1 is 0 and S0 is 1, then B line connected. If else if S0 is 0 and S1 is 1, then C line will get connected. Both are 1 1, or else Z is equal to D. end if, end process, end bearer. Then how to write down the test bench. So here we have declared how to write down the test bench. Already we have know that the block diagram, truth table. So we directly move towards the how to write down the test bench. So library IEEE use IEEE.standard_logic_1164.all entity testbench_mux is. Then end testbench_mux architecture behavior of testbench_mux is. First component declaration for the unit under test. Component mux_421 port ABCD in standard_logic S0 S1 in standard_logic Z out standard_logic. Then end component here entity declaration, then end input declaration. Signal A standard_logic is equal to 0. Signal B standard_logic is equal to 0. Then signal C is equal to 0. Signal D is equal to 0. Signal S0 is equal to 0. Signal S1 is equal to 0. Here signal assignment should be completed. Then output declaration. Signal Z is standard_logic semicolon. Then begin. Instantiate the unit under test. So UUT mux_421 port map. A is equal to A, B is equal to B, C is equal to C, D is assigned to D, S0 is assigned to S0, S1 is assigned to S1, Z is assigned to Z. Then bracket complete semicolon. Then steam_pro process begin. Wait for 100 nanosecond, means hold the reset state for 100 nanosecond. Then A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 1 and D is equal to 0. As far as S0 is equal to 0, S1 is equal to 0. Here data we have assigned A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 1 and D is equal to 0. But my select input is both are 0, 0. Then wait for 100 nanosecond. Then second condition S0 is equal to 1, S1 is equal to 0. Wait for 100 nanosecond. Then S0 is equal to 0, S1 is equal to 1. Wait for 100 nanosecond. Then S0 is equal to 1 and S1 is equal to 1. So in this way we are having with that the declaration. Then end process and end. So S0 is equal to 1 and S1 is equal to 1. Wait for 100 nanosecond. End process end. In this way we have to return down the test bench. Now next session we are having with that the topic simulation, synthesis and flattening and resource sharing. So today here we will stop. Thank you for the day.